Well, hello people. It's Dance of Dragons here with another Division 2 video. In fact, a TU10 build video. It's my sniper build. Did a bit of testing in the PTS. Well, actually a lot of testing in the PTS. And I personally feel that PvE wise, this is the optimal um, way to actually run a sniper in this patch. Generally, snipers, you're in one location and you're popping everything that's come near you. So this is the perfect synergy of talents that gives you the maximum amount of damage, and with the right combination of damage in the PTS, with obviously perfect rolls on things from crafting, I was able to get over 61 million. Um, with this, as it is at the moment, obviously they're not perfect rolls. I do need a few better items that obviously could be perfect, which I am looking to improve on over the next, God knows how long. But yeah, let's dive into it. So, get rid of that first. I don't know how that's on there. No wonder I wasn't doing too much damage. Anyway, okay, so it's a three-piece Aces, Araldi, Providence, and Sawyer's knee pad build. I've seen a couple of variations of this, which, hey, there are, obviously. But for PvE, this is obviously the optimal damage dealing. Obviously, it's a bit tricky to use because you have moderate survivability with 913k, but there's nothing to pick you up, okay? Um, so I'll go through obviously what I'm running. My primary is a White Death with 1 million damage. I think the actual damage on my White Death is 1.014. So obviously it could be improved because I think I can get it to about 1.1 million.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Talents are, it's almost God roll basically. 14% marksman, 137% headshot damage, and 10% damage to target cover. Now that's okay. I've got another one which is a bit better roll, but it's actually got optimist and damage to armor. I'll do a bit of testing on that, but obviously it depends on what the other stuff you've got in the build is like. And ranger. Ranger gives you a consistent damage rather than optimist in PvE because you're continuously getting the same amount of damage. Okay. So on my White Death, I can get up to around about 29 million, which I'll show you in a bit. I'll go to the range and whatever. Modded, I've got modded the digital scope from the sharpshooter. 5% magazine mod. Now this is optional. You can put stability, or you can put crit chance, or you can put accuracy. It's really up to you. There's not really much that does it on these anyway. Secondary is a Nemesis. Now I haven't got a Mantis yet, but that is on the cards to get because it's obviously a bit better in firing range than this. And I can do roughly about 38 to 40 million with the Mantis with the current build I've got. So obviously everybody knows Nemesis. It is shots fired deal 0 to 100% weapon damage based on how long the trigger is held before releasing. 14% marksman, 110% headshot, and 9.5 crit chance. So obviously that is nearly god rolled. As for the pistol, it's a Mozambique special. This can be anything. You can use any pistol you want for this. I'm just doing it so that if I do have a rushing enemy and I'm run out of bullets and I need to reload in my sniper, then I can just swap this out and then boom, 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 boom. As for the mask, so I'm running a three-piece Aces. First piece of Aces is mask, which has 15% weapon, 7.6 headshot, and 10% headshot. I do need a better one. I do want that to be as close as 10% as possible. But it is what it is. Obviously, three pieces of Aces gives you 15% marksman rifle damage, 30% headshot damage. My chest piece is a Providence with 14.5 weapon damage. This nearly god rolled. Max headshot damage. Weapon handling, which is okay. I would prefer, say, crit chance there maybe, but it is what it is. Weapon handling is still quite good in this patch anyway. 9.8% headshot, and then Headhunter. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 125% of killing blows damage. Damage is capped to 800% if your weapon damage is raised to 1250% if your headshot damage is greater than 150. You're running a sniper, so it's obviously going to be. As for my mod on that, I've got 9.8% headshot, and obviously with the talent, the first attribute of Providence is an extra 15% headshot damage. So as you can see, I'm stacking headshot damage quite a bit here. The second piece of maces is my holster, which again, I need to improve on the headshot damage. I have got another holster which has obviously the ability of rolling and about between 12 and 13% headshot damage, weapon damage, but it's you can't. The trade-off is about the same, so they're automatically the same. So that's 15% weapon and 7.8% headshots. My backpack again, I can improve on. So it's an Rowdy backpack, which gives you, well, gives me 11.3 weapon damage, 8.6 hazard, which I would prefer not to have on there. I would prefer to have weapon handling or crit chance. 7.6 headshot again can be improved on, and 9.7 headshot damage, which I'll live with that basically. Talent on there is Vigilance, increases total weapon damage by 25%, taking damage disables the buff for 4 seconds. So as long as you're in cover and you pop shot, and you don't get hit, then you've got a constant 25% multiplicative damage on your actual total weapon damage extra. Okay, and obviously the first attribute of the Araldi is 10% marksman rifle damage. Okay, which obviously marksman rifle build, you want to stack marksman rifle damage. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, you can't go wrong. The third piece of Araldi is my gloves. Again, headshot damage and max weapon damage. So I'm looking for obviously those pieces, but they're just not dropping for me. Standard. And the last bit is Sawyer's knee pads, which obviously a lot of people know they've got to rework in this patch. So max armor, max health, and explosive resistance at 9.7, which is okay because obviously of the talent that goes with the Sawyer's knee pads. So stand your ground, cannot be staggered by explosions, which is brilliant. So you can't be staggered, so even the explosive resistance is quite good on there. But the main talent is this: increases total weapon damage by 3% each second you are not moving. Stacks up to 10 until you start moving. All stacks lost 10 seconds after moving. Okay, so basically, as you can see, I've been standing still for the past God knows how long that I've been talking, and I've got a stack, which as you can see, and if I move, you can see that going down. And you've got 10 seconds to still have that damage, that 30% extra damage, and then done. Okay, pretty straightforward. I use a pulse. Now the skills are obviously personal preference, but I use a pulse just so I know where enemies are. One thing I will be trying, obviously, is in the raid, or in fact they've actually capped that, but with a skill build and somebody proccing overcharge with BTSU, you can then get an extra 15% damage to pulse targets amplified as well. So that's even better. So see what I can get up to. I think I'll probably get to about 70 million, but we'll see. I haven't tried that yet. Second is a booster hive, because obviously that gives you extra damage. That said, this is optional, so it's really up to you how you want to do it basically. Go to my stat sheets. So my weapon damage on my primary is just over 1 million. PvP weapon damage is 3.55 million, but this is still a one-shot build. I mean, anything over about 2 million is a one-shot build basically. Should be anyway, unless you're going against Bulwark. Headshot damage. With the perfect rolls, I can get to around about 340% headshot, which is annoyingly 50% less than the last patch. But it is what it is. Yeah, it's one of those. There's not really much you can do about it. So total weapon damage, I've got all weapon damage bonus is 85.8, 54.8 0 marks and rifle damage. So that's what, nearly 140% weapon damage. So I'm losing, obviously, some weapon damage compared to the previous match. I think that's about it as well. But yeah, it's a fun to build, fun to play. You'll see in the footage I actually get for about 57 million hit,
Hostile broadcast
which
picked up.
is fairly low, and it wasn't a crit. With a crit, I can get to around about 58 million, which if I shoot back to the base of operations to the shooting range, let's go.
Let me be your one-stop shop.
Okay, so range on the gun. Actually, what about back out of there. Cycle back round to normal. There we go. Right, so okay, so we get a hurt. I hate that he shoots around for that because that was definitely a shot. Okay, so we got that. Done. Shooting range is a bit broken in a way. Okay, so that's hit and procced. So we've now got 30 seconds. .97, 56.62, booster hive down, 57.25 non-crit, 59.22 crit, non-crit, sorry. Missed it. See if I can get a crit. Come on, give me a crit. There we go. 61 million. Crit. And it can go higher. So, yeah, as I said, this is the hardest hitting sniper build in the game as we speak. I'm going to crit on my M44. Difficult to get a crit on my M44 because basically I haven't got much crit chance on there. There we go. But as you can see, over 30.5 million damage, and that's a single shot. So basically, it's a one shot for just about any. Rogues took about 3 shots to take down rogue agents, but yeah. So anyway. I think this video has been long enough anyway, as it is. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and a subscribe for more content for Division 2. I will be covering the new raid when it comes out, and I stream most evenings, so see you in the next one. Dragon out. Where's the ideal spot to sort of camp with these motherfuckers? Okay, so the other spot is going to be really here. Wait for that to charge up. Ah, lost it. Annoying. Why do they do that? Really annoys me. Poke your head up, then poke your head back down.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh, you want to start like this? On the floor. And you. Oh, hello.
Control point secured. Well done.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Where? Ah, there they are.
Reinforcement complete.
Really? As if they're going to respawn behind me. I'll poke your head, bitch. Oh, no you don't. What the? Okay. I'll poke your head. Oh, really? You want to start, bro? You want to start? Yeah, you're gonna finish him, yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, yeah. They really do run like a fucking ass. Fuck you.
Supply room access.